Rain, rain, go away. Or at least show up during the day so I don't wake up to straight up heavy rain. Seriously. I mean, I get that the natural order of things is when it gets hot and humid, it's eventually going to rain anyway. But when it wakes you up at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, it's a little bit annoying. I mean, I always get up early anyway, if these videos weren't any indication of that. But it's the principle of the thing. Oh well. Right now it's stopped raining, and hopefully the rest of this day can become significantly better over time. And on that note, I should probably get on with the rest of the video before it comes across as me starting to ramble, and I therefore look like a moron. Even though I've already said I'm a moron in these videos many times in the past. Happy Tuesday, everybody! Yep, it's Tuesday, which means that Monday is over. Yay! So, I've been thinking, and I know I've done this thing in the past before, but I do talk a lot about Trinity-Pawling. And if you're an avid watcher of these videos, it means that I'm now going to say something about Horseheads, which I am. But if I am going to do that, I need to come up with a name for it. Much like TP Tales. So I'm actually looking up online, trying to find synonyms for stories. Because I'm kind of going with a theme with alliteration. I'm a huge fan of alliteration. So, with that said, the title of any Horseheads related videos, if they legitimately are related to Horseheads, will be from now on known as the Raider Reports. So, how about, for those of you who are from Horseheads, how about, and went to high school in Horseheads, how about we talk about something that most everybody could get by, and that is, of course, gym class. Yeah, Trinity-Pawling actually didn't have a gym class, but Horseheads did. It was about the closest thing you ever had to recess. Anyway, gym class at Horseheads was, pretty standard. A lot of the teachers were coaches that we would end up having. In fact, several of my gym teachers were coaches that I had playing sports at Horseheads. In fact, only one is there left now. Actually, I'm pretty sure this gym teacher / coach of mine may have retired. Well, whatever the case, gym class was actually kind of fun because, much like most gym classes, the only thing you really have to do is try. But gym at Horseheads was rather peculiar. See, you had, gym units that you could pick every couple of weeks, like 4, 5, 6 weeks, or however long the unit was. But they were categorized by F, I, T, and S. Well, sometimes S. I'll explain. See, in the beginning of the year, in the fall, there was FITS. F stands for fitness. I stands for individual. T stands for team. And S stands for swimming. Now, when you're a freshman, you had to do the swimming. You had to do the swimming course, no matter what. Which, we did. But any older than that, what you had to do was, you had to do something water related. Usually it was either scuba diving. Yes. We actually had scuba diving at Horseheads. Yes. We had all the gear and the oxygen tanks and everything. And yes, it was much more complicated than it needed to be. But the popular S unit, or swim unit or whatever, was actually canoeing. Which, in case anyone is wondering, yes, my canoe actually did tip over once. Funny enough, though, the only reason why I fell in was because someone literally pulled me in. So, yeah. That was fun. And on that note, how about we get into the others? So, F. Fitness was more... Pretty much the only thing you could do was the weight room, which is what I did. Pretty low-key sort of type thing. Excuse me. But eventually you'd have to run a mile during that. Well, it starts... Well, I should probably explain. See, at some point, every gym unit where you could actually go outside, because when it got cold, all the gym units were inside, you had to run a mile. And so, I mentioned before how I was able to run a sub 6-minute mile before I graduated from Horseheads. I actually was able to do that twice. It actually would have been 3 times, but I didn't know we were going to run the mile today, that particular day. And so, I actually had like an iced coffee and 2 donuts from Dunkin' Donuts before. See, I had gym class in the morning, you see. So, yeah. Funny enough, though, my time was 6:06. I was actually really disappointed. Then I didn't have my music on me either. The next time, though, I had my theme song playing, and I just killed the mile. And the mile after that, too. The 2 miles I ran with my music, I was like 5:51 and 5:49. In case anyone is wondering, I was listening to my all-time favorite rapper, Eminem. And the song was Till I Collapse. In a way, I guess you could call that my theme song. Since anyone who's known me long enough would know that I listen to that song a lot. So, there's that. There's the I, which is individual. There was stuff like ice skating, roller blading, I guess, or roller skating, that was another one. Pretty much stuff you had to do on your stuff, hence the term I for individual. But easily the best and most entertaining were the team-related gym units. You had stuff like basketball. There was... Did I do volleyball? Actually, I'm pretty sure I didn't do volleyball. Huh. But, the 2 best team units there were, and anyone who went to Horseheads could totally agree with me on this, were softball, which was usually like the final gym unit of the year, actually. So that was always a high number to go out on. But the other one was a combination of football and soccer. It was titled Speedball. I hope I looked epic doing that. Anyway, Speedball was actually a lot of fun. Really, it was soccer, which, you can kick the ball, move forward, and they wanted to say it was a combination of football because, for all intents and purposes, we really did want to tackle each other if we could actually pick up the ball. See, here's the thing. You play with a soccer ball, and you can kick it like a soccer ball, or you can pick it up without using your hands, of course, and, walk or run 3 steps and then throw it. Which, that was always a lot of fun. And so, whenever we played speedball, there were 3 ways to score. And this is the reason why, one of the things I regret about going to Trinity-Pawling is I never did introduce speedball to everybody there. And I wish I did. Because, A, we easily would have tackled each other. I mean, we're an all-guys school, of course we're going to do that. And the way you score was, you could throw the ball into the goal for 1 point. You could kick the ball into the goal for 2 points. Or if you're a regular daredevil, and this especially would have reigned true for one of my wrestling captains, who was also a soccer player, if you headbutt the ball into the goal, that's 3 points. One thing we did during speedball is, and I didn't really try going for this until my senior year, was every gym unit throughout the day was actually keeping track of who scored the most points during a game. Only when I legitimately tried Only when I legitimately try to, like, score points during the game did I actually, like, get, like, on that wall or whatever, or scored the most points of, like, individuals during the gym class who would score, like, the most points in speedball. It wasn't much. Like, I think it was only, like, the single digits or whatever. Meanwhile, in my particular gym unit senior year, when I actually tried scoring points, there was actually a really good soccer player who was a junior who was scoring points, like, left and right. So basically you have me who had, like, maybe 6, 7 points by the time the unit was over. Whereas by the end of that gym unit, the soccer player in question had, like, 3 times that amount. So, yeah. Although one of my favorite iterations of when I scored was, it was actually really kind of cold, rainy, and muddy out. And someone sort of shoved me as I was scoring, kicking the ball into the goal. So I was completely and utterly soaked, but I did score 2 points. So that was awesome. So yeah. Honestly, gym at Horseheads was pretty fun. And it was honestly one of the things that kept me going. It kept a lot of people going. Because even if you really weren't into it, you could at least still talk to your gym coaches or, gym teachers or coaches or whatever you like to call them. Because for the most part, they were all really insightful. And I'm glad that several of them were actually my coaches playing football and wrestling. Funny enough, not really any of them did track. Yeah, it was weird. Like the track coaches were one of the AP teachers, or AP gods, as everyone liked to call them. And the actual head track coach was a health teacher. Well, that's not entirely true. One of my gym teachers, who actually was the football coach, actually was a coach for throwing for indoor and outdoor track. So, yeah, I guess that counts. For the most part, all of those gym teachers have retired, which, you know what, good for them. They've earned their retirement with gusto. In fact, several of them were among the 16 of the left, which I mentioned back on day 115. And if you guys are wondering about the 16 of the right, don't worry. That's going to be coming soon. Not soon, but I already know when I'm going to do it. So look forward to that. Just like you can look forward to the rest of the day. And on that note, please like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. I'm humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy today. I'm hopeful we'll have a wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. So take care.